everybody. I am proud to be part of Adelphi Breast Cancer Program, and I'm delighted to be here with you celebrating our survival. And we are bound together with breast cancer, but we are strong and we are going to stay strong. And during my journey with breast cancer, I tried in one of my passions to use it as a coping mechanism and cathartic way to deal with my emotions and my problems or my triumph.
No, just talking to the microphone.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, because of writing is my passion, also my way of dealing with everything in my life, I'm going to start with reading one of my poems titled, I Am a Warrior. Warning to Cancer. I am a warrior. I used to swim against the current, walk through the storms. Although you make me fear the wind and rain, I still have a bow on my shoulder and a few arrows left in my sack. My hands are strong enough to hold onto my self-made shield. Today, with cautious, calculated yet powered steps, I walk forward, determined to get back my courage. I'm a woman. I have some room left on my apron for a few more of lives to spill. I have army of family, friends, and neighbors by my side. My skin knows value of a comforting touch from a reaching hand. Since you challenged me, my senses have become more intense. I notice beauty of flowers, admire their diversities and colors. Soft, pale, and vibrant shades of nature fascinate me more than ever. Aromas, herbs, flowers awaken my curiosity more often than I remember. Songs of birds, laughter of children are more pleasant, more soothing. I am better tuned to notice humming of a moving river, symphony of waves that indulge my ears and nourish my soul. Oh, I savor every bite, each morsel that my taste buds can handle. Facing you has taught me how to live, how to love. I'm a human. I honor memories of pains and sorrows. I let the tears flow. I welcome the smile, the laughter. I celebrate rising of my spirit, and I face the world. I'm a mother, a wife, a nurse, a friend, a neighbor. I'm a woman. I'm a warrior. I'm a survivor. I am a thriver. Now I'm going to tell you a little bit about my journey. I was 36. After I stopped breastfeeding my son, a few months after, I noticed a bump, I will call that one bump, in my left breast. So between my doctor, nurse practitioner, myself, we decided it was back documented. So this was during holidays, during Christmas and New Year's. So I kind of was very busy to pay attention. But something within me, my gut feeling was saying something is not right. So after holidays, January 1978, I went to see the doctor, and then surgeon, then tests, of course, the test and biopsy. Anyway, those days when you had biopsy, you had sign already if it was cancer. They just removed the breast. So I had radical mastectomy. So but that was it. There was no treatment after. And after 1 or 2 months, being a nurse, I noticed the suture line there is not healing, and some changes there which I thought it's not normal. So anyway, again, I followed my intuition, and I went and I seeked another test, another biopsy. Of course, I knew the breast cancer was lurking in my chest wall and also in nose. So we started chemo. Those days, just Adriamycin was approved for treatment. And I started with Adriamycin, and due to side effects, which affected my heart, and of course I was badly dehydrated many times. Once my neighbor Marie saved my life, and so because of all that side effect, after 4 months, we stopped that treatment. Then followed by conventional treatments of that time for another 18 months. So I was on chemo total of 2 years, 1 month, 1 day. So eventually after that, the chemo was over, and I had to wait 5 years to be called survivor. And I did, and after 5 years, I thought, oh, you look like I'm going to live, because my doctor at that time told me I may have 10 or maybe 11 years. So I said, I'm going to prove them wrong. So I'm going to live longer. The reason for that was I focused on my children. I knew my children, they needed me. I knew I needed them, and loving them. Also, my husband became just a rock for me. Support of my husband and love of my husband, and also my children, gave me it's something to go forward, something to say, this war worth fighting, so I had to fight. And then my strength came from my children, my husband, and also my friends, my co-workers. And the way I coped also, I coped with praying. I became very spiritual more than before. And I did walk. Walking for me was very something necessary. I should put my thoughts together. I would think about what's going on. And I became a kind of talker, talk to people rather than hiding. And also I kept myself busy. And also I tried to write. Writing came for me as a coping more than anything else. And because of that, also I wrote, the reason I wrote the book, as Hillary said, I was thinking, if something happens to me, my kids, they won't know me. You know, they were too young to remember their mother. So mostly I wrote in English rather than Farsi for them, so in case if I go, they will be able to know something about me through my words. So 5 years after, then I said, you know what, maybe I should do a little bit on the positive side. So I did a lot of other poetry rather than just writing about my problems. And 20 years passed, I was doing okay, everything was fine. Then I had another encounter with the breast cancer. This one was on the right side, totally different. It was nothing to do with the first one. This one was hormone positive. The first one was hormone negative. So this time again, the treatment I chose to have another mastectomy, followed by the amoxicillin hormone therapy. So I'm now 17 years after the second one. I am in remission, and I still call myself survivor. I'm a thriver. One lady suggested to say thriver rather than survivor, so I really avoid using it. And then C connection I call. I got a lot of poems about C connection. As cancers connect me to many things, many places. One of them was support. The first time I had cancer, my kids, they were younger. I had to work between my chemo because we just bought the house. Our mortgage was based on 2 salaries. So I had to work at least 2 days every month, 3 days every month in order to repay the mortgage. So I didn't have a chance to even seek any help outside of my family. And I didn't even know that Adelphi existed that time. But second time, when kids, they were older, you know, I was kind of tuned to the, to seek another help. Plus, I was a nurse. I used to refer my patients to Adelphi Breast Cancer Program. So this time I made the call.